Well, I'm proud of the year over year growth of 48% growth. I'm proud to see our team serving our restaurant customers so well and seeing that what we're doing for them in terms of digital ordering has proven durable during this time, and that so many restaurants saw elevated volume through 2020 and into Q1 of 2021 from the digital side of things, and that they've held on to those gains in their digital programs. We had a couple of really exciting new announcements this quarter, new brands that deployed in Potbelly, which was converting from a legacy technology stack for online ordering onto the Olo platform. Jack in the Box, which was a really exciting one on our Dispatch platform, which is our delivery as a service platform. Another great win in the QSR segment, which has really been the late adopting segment to digital ordering, but coming on this quarter in utilizing Dispatch to augment their existing digital ordering for takeout program with digital ordering for delivery. And then Wingstop, in a really creative move, launching their Thigh Stop virtual brand on top of the Olo platform in a response to the chicken wing shortage, and doing so in a really creative way that I think has helped them get to success given the challenging environment that they're operating in. And then on the partner side, we were excited to announce our partnership with Grubhub, which is one of the major national marketplaces that we have not worked with traditionally through our Olo Rails module. And at this point, having Grubhub on board, we now have Caviar, DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, Seamless, Uber, all of the major national delivery aggregators and the regional and local aggregators that matter in specific geographies for operators in those geographies. And so for us, that really fulfills the commitment that we made to our restaurant customers in launching Olo Rails. We want to give them a single place to manage all of their on-demand commerce traffic, whether it's their direct channel or their indirect channels. And they can now do that through Olo Rails with this new partnership. And we're also just excited for brands like Smoothie King to be piloting the Olo and Grubhub integration and seeing the benefits already in having more accurate menu information and reduction in order errors for orders that come into their stores versus having to key things in from a tablet into the point of sale.
You're also offering some analytics now for those. Is that a new product or extension?
Yeah, it's an extension of our Olo dashboard. The dashboard is sort of the back of house tool, but it is specifically the Rails performance tool as part of the Olo dashboard, which enables the brand and the operator to see all of the different on-demand ordering channels and to assess the revenue mix across the different channels, and also gain a sense of profitability so they can better manage their on-demand business. And that's something that our operators have been asking for. Give us a single pane of glass to see all of the digital ordering business in one place, and that's what the Rails Performance Dashboard or tool helps them to do on the Olo dashboard.
And I saw a mention of Serve. Is that a newer product?
Yes, Serve is our web interface, our reactive web interface, and an upgraded user experience. What we've now done in Q2 is to take that and port it onto a mobile app experience with the Serve mobile app. And that just takes the cost of launching a mobile app and radically reduces it for a brand and gives them feature parity with the features that we have available in the Serve responsive web front end.
You'd mentioned, and you mentioned again in the press release with the second quarter, your goal is to digitize every transaction. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, we look at the core of our business, and how we began in 2005 was really around the takeout experience and digitizing the takeout experience. So enabling the consumer to order ahead, pay ahead, and get their food faster at the restaurant. In 2015, that's really when we made a big leap into helping with delivery as well. I think, and I was commenting to you about the kind of media focus around delivery as the main driver of digital. And what's interesting, and I read this in your article, the NPD group, and that's data that we look at very closely as well, is that delivery digital is the minority of digital traffic, that the majority of digital traffic is non-delivery digital. So in total, digital represents now 17% of industry transactions. That's the Q2 number from NPD. And then of total, delivery is just 6%, and 11% is non-delivery digital. So it's almost a 2-to-1 ratio of these transactions that are not for delivery, but are digital transactions. 10% of total is takeout, and now 1% is on-premise. And that's exciting for us. And that 1% that's on-premise showing up in that way is what led to me saying last quarter, our new ambition as a company is to touch not just the off-premise transactions of delivery and takeout, but also to support on-premise digital ordering and drive-through digital ordering. And so when we look at just how big this industry is, and we think about 92% of it not being delivery overall, we think there's a big role for digital to play in that non-delivery component as well as in the delivery component. And we believe that's really, as we think about what Olo's role can be, it's to digitize all of those transactions, make for a better user experience, and also make for a better operator experience at the same time.
I was intrigued by your deal with Jack in the Box. They're just using your dispatch platform now?
That's right. Yeah, we built our various product modules, our ordering module, our dispatch module, and our Rails module to be capable of being used by themselves without having to require that a brand use our ordering platform or use our dispatch platform or our Rails platform altogether. And so in the case of Jack in the Box, they had an existing digital ordering for takeout program, and they have now augmented that to be more than just order ahead for pickup, but now you can order ahead and get food delivered to you through the Olo dispatch and the integration they've done to that Olo product module. And we think that's a great example of a major enterprise using one Olo product module and gaining familiarity with Olo through that initiation of the relationship. It's very similar to the way in which we worked. We traditionally have worked and do work with Subway, although in that case it's the Olo Rails module they're using. And there's some precedent of a brand using one module and then adopting the entire platform. And one example of that is TGI Fridays, which started out just using our dispatch platform and then converted their entire digital ordering platform over to Olo for ordering and dispatch for takeout and for delivery. So we think that's a great trend and one for us to build on.
This quarter is really the first year in the vaccine era. Where do you see the restaurant industry next year at this time? Or say June, July of 2022?
Gosh, it's hard to predict with any certainty from week to week what's happening with public health and the Delta variant and breakthrough transmission. I think it's a dangerous thing to be in the predictions game in terms of what's happening with COVID. What I know to be true is that by digitizing every transaction, by enabling brands to operate in a nimble way, to enable on-demand ordering for takeout and delivery and drive-through and on-premise, we can help restaurant brands to navigate through the challenges that are being thrown at them. And I think 2020 was a great example of that. And I hope that we're not going to be in that position ever again. But I know that restaurants are planning now so that they're well covered if we ever have to go into a position like what we were in 2020. I think, what we've seen in Q2, where largely, the mood was we're coming out of this thing, there's raging consumer demand for restaurants. It felt like impressive to us that digital was durable and that restaurants had made such great gains and that they were also getting all of this on-premise activity. And as huge cheerleaders of the industry, we hope that that continues and that restaurants see record demand and have all the tools at their disposal to meet that demand.